Warning, spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen these films, you might want to come back later because today we're diving into the darkest movie endings that will leave you emotionally wrecked, mentally haunted, and questioning everything you thought you knew about storytelling. These endings aren't just plot twists. They are experiences, visceral moments that force you to reckon with uncomfortable truths. From shocking conclusions to emotional devastation, let's explore the films that have left lasting scars on audiences worldwide. First up, Seven, a spine-chilling crime thriller directed by the master of suspense, David Fincher. Two detectives, played by Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, are hunting down a serial killer whose murders are inspired by the seven deadly sins. The film's eerie tone, psychological depth, and relentless pacing pull us into the detectives' obsessive search for answers. The grim world they investigate feels suffocating, and the darkness in this film is more than just atmospheric. It's existential. But it's the final twist that leaves you stunned. When Detective Mills, Brad Pitt, opens the box and sees the horrifying contents, the audience is confronted with a profound moral and emotional dilemma. The ending forces us to grapple with our own beliefs about justice, revenge, and human nature. The film doesn't just end, it crashes down, leaving viewers questioning if there's any hope left in the world. The bleak, unforgiving conclusion is a gut punch that lingers long after the credits roll. Next, we have Requiem for a Dream, a film by Darren Aronofsky that takes a harrowing dive into the devastation of addiction. Following the lives of four characters, Sarah, Harry, Marion, and Tyrone, this film shows how their dreams slowly disintegrate as their dependence on drugs tightens its grip. Each character's story is a journey toward destruction, and Aronofsky uses some of the most innovative techniques to make us feel the crushing weight of their descent. The film's pacing, combined with the unforgettable score by Clint Mansell, heightens the sense of desperation. The characters' hopes of a better life slip further away with each passing scene. The finale? It's one of the most devastating endings in cinematic history. Each character faces a fate so bleak, it almost feels like the universe has turned against them. The film's conclusion doesn't just leave you sad, it leaves you empty, as the dream of a better life is completely destroyed. Moving on, we have The Mist, based on a novella by Stephen King. This film starts with a group of people trapped inside a supermarket by a supernatural mist filled with terrifying creatures. While the premise sounds like a typical monster movie, director Frank Darabont crafts a slow-burning story that digs deep into human nature when faced with fear and survival. But the ending? It's a gut-wrenching shock. Without spoiling too much, let's just say that it doesn't just twist the plot, it redefines the entire emotional experience of the film. The final moments are so unexpected, so heartbreaking, that it forces you to reconsider everything you just witnessed. The final act is an emotional betrayal, and it remains one of the most tragic conclusions in horror cinema. It's an ending that leaves you stunned and emotionally drained. Now let's talk about Oldboy, the South Korean thriller by Park Chan-wook. The film follows a man who is mysteriously imprisoned for 15 years, only to be released and set on a quest for revenge. The film's tension builds to an unbearable point, as each new revelation seems to unravel a deeper layer of psychological torment. But the twist at the end? It's a revelation so dark and disturbing that it forces us to reconsider everything we thought we understood about the protagonist's journey. The film is about vengeance, but it's also about the emotional cost of that vengeance, and the final revelation hits us with the full weight of its consequences. It's tragic, it's cruel, and it's unforgettable, leaving you with a sense of emotional devastation that you'll carry long after the film ends. Finally, we have Fight Club, a film that dives deep into the psyche of its protagonist, played by Edward Norton. The movie explores themes of consumerism, identity, and masculinity, with the narrator forming an underground fight club that spirals into an anarchic movement led by the enigmatic Tyler Durden, played by Brad Pitt. While much of the film is a commentary on personal liberation and rebellion, the ending turns everything upside down. The revelation about Tyler's true nature is a psychological shock, one of those twists that changes the film's entire meaning. It's an ending that forces us to confront the nature of our own desires, our disillusionment with the world, and our search for purpose. It's not just a twist, it's a revelation about the dark truths we hide from ourselves. So those were some of the darkest movie endings that will stay with you forever. These films don't just end. They explode into our minds, forcing us to confront the deepest fears and emotional truths. From tragic twists to psychological horror, these endings have changed the way we view cinema. Which of these dark endings hit you the hardest? Do you think we missed any that should be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future deep dives into cinema's darkest and most unforgettable moments.